Deeper into this Georgia business here because, and I got J. Tom Morgan with us. He's, of course, the former district attorney in DeKalb County, Georgia. And J. Tom, I want to start with, look, it's us in the media. I want to stipulate this. We filed the motion here to get this grand jury report released. The question I have for you is, should the judge have done this?
Chuck, first let me say, I, among many others, we're going to miss your insightful comments on Meet the Press.
Thank you for saying
but it should not have been released, Chuck. I have been a Georgia lawyer for more than 40 years, 25 years as a prosecutor. I had special grand juries under my watch as district attorney. I have never seen a report released accusing people of crimes where they were not indicted. And in fact, we have some Georgia law right on this point that a grand jury cannot accuse someone of a crime unless it is in an indictment. As you mentioned earlier, whether or not these persons are or not guilty of a crime, we'll never know because they were not indicted. They don't have a chance to defend themselves in the court of law. I'm sure they're glad they're not indicted, but those who are indicted.
How is this not illegal?
Chuck, I think it is illegal. At least I think that those persons who are not indicted, but their names were released, should immediately file a motion to have their names redacted from that document.
You would expect somebody to do that? And sounds like you would recommend somebody do that.
I would, and I would do that as a former prosecutor, that the role of the prosecutor is to make sure justice is served. Right. And I don't believe justice is served when we accuse people of crimes in a document such as this where they cannot defend themselves.
All right. The toothpaste is out of the tube. Does this weaken or strengthen Fani Willis's case?
I think it puts her in an awkward situation. People are going to be questioning why these were not indicted. Were there some under-the-table deals made with these that were not indicted that we'll find out about later? Is there a selective prosecution? Why some and not the others? As you know, there's great prosecutorial discretion. Mm-hmm. Now, when you've got a case like this, where there may be similarly situated people with the same set of facts, and she chooses some and not the others, it's going to be a big question.
Choosing not to indict these folks, to me, on one hand, should at least potentially show she wasn't looking at this through a purely political prism. But then the judge releasing, I mean, do you think this undermines the judge's credibility?
I do believe Judge McBurney, I have a great respect for him, but he should have given notice to all the persons, we're not aware that he did, that their name is on this document and that they will have the opportunity to file a motion to have it redacted before it is released.
Bigger picture now. You've watched this week go. What do you expect? Do you expect any of these indicted folks to successfully get their case moved to the federal courts?
Well, that is waited to be seen, Chuck. We're waiting for Judge Jones to release a decision, hopefully very soon, though he did tell Mark Meadows to be prepared to go to the arraignment in case his decision has not been released. That is a game changer. We never had anything like this. Do all the cases go up? What about the two, Powell and Chesbro, who have filed speedy trial demands? If I was Fani Willis right now, I would be preparing to try that case since she's already told us there's going to be 150 witnesses.
Is there a possibility that her trying this first case against Chesbro, if he's the first one, is an asset to her more than it's a lie? I mean, I understand the downsides of showing your cards, but in some ways the evidence is stronger specifically against this single individual.
Well, as you know, Powell and Chesbro are going to be tried together, and they're very two different defendants. Yeah. It's going to be very interesting to watch because, one, as you said, she will have a chance to put her witnesses up and see how they do under oath. If she gets a conviction on either one or both, she's going to have a strong hand with those others who are thinking about whether or not they should plead before they go to trial.
If some of this gets moved into federal court, if some of these folks are successful, and I'm not a lawyer, I feel like Mark Meadows has the strongest case to make. Whether he succeeds, we'll find out. Does that at all impact the timing of the trial itself for Chesbro or Powell?
Well, Chesbro and Powell will have to make a motion to join the others if the case gets moved to federal court. Right now, their attorneys have said that they want a trial, they're ready for trial, and that they want to be tried on October 23rd. Unless something extraordinary happens, we can bet those two will be on trial, Chuck, and that we will have a camera in the courtroom and watch how it goes.
Well, that to me is one of the wild cards there. It's a Trump adjacent trial. That'll be televised in perhaps the start of the actual voting season. J. Tom Morgan, former DeKalb County District Attorney, appreciate you coming on, sharing your expertise with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.